All right, all Moogles, Chocobos, and Tonberries out there. My name is Rav, and I am here with another edition of Moogle's First Seed. This is going to be part 4. Here on part 4, I'm actually going to highlight two different sets of settings that I haven't shown before. So I'm starting with the Moogle's First Seed Part 2 presets. I am then changing the game mode to open world. So far, all of the game modes that I've been doing have been character gating, where each character opens up a certain number of checks, and it sort of gives you guidance on how to go through the randomizer, and it limits your choices, which I think in a lot of ways is very, very helpful. For this part 4, I have changed it to open world. The other main thing I have changed here is that shops have an inventory that is completely random. Their buy and sell price is random, and the chest contents are random. What this does is it really makes it certain items will be in abundant supply and very cheap. Certain items will be a very scarce supply and very, very dear. And it really, really depends on how the seed rolls. One other thing to note is that I still have progress times 3 on. And particularly with open world, you need to be really careful with progress times 3. The enemies are going to be gaining levels very, very quickly. So that is going to change how I do the opening of the seed. So I'm going to upload my ROM here. I am definitely not a robot, and I'm going to generate my seed. Open it up. I'm a bad person who hasn't bought WinRAR. Move that over to my other screen. Horribly grab the wrong thing here and move that multiple times. I'm sorry. We're going to change that around. And come back to my screen here. So I will note this is still a 710 seed, and I will open up my timer. Even though that's not the point here for me to go at a certain time, I have gotten a little feedback, and I think it will be helpful to see the actual time that it takes me to run the seed. So we're going to give it a go. Fun. So this is an open world seed. I can go anywhere and do any checks that I want. It's still 7 characters, 10 espers, and 4 dragons. But I have more freedom. So normally I would do a whole bunch of checks first. I find with progress times 2, you generally, and character gating, you want to do your free checks first, get some good rewards under your belt, and then move on. Here, normally, I would go all the way through this cave, but here I am just going to loot here. Ooh, an economizer, an atlas armlet. Various things are very, very valuable here. That super ball might be very useful. That's 2 economizers. Alrighty then. Random gonna random. But I'm not going to go through the gate at the sealed cave, because right now all of my enemies are level 6. I'm only level 3. I want to be very careful and very particular about what checks that I do, so that the enemies do not out-level me. That could make for a very challenging time. Depending on your particular settings, You could use a seed like this to practice your fixed encounter spots like the Burning House or the Leet River. But if there are possibly bosses in those spots, you're going to want to be very careful about that because running into, say, an Illumina right there was really not what I expected. Okay, best item in the game. Say running into, 3 or 4 poltergeist fights in a row, it's going to make it a little bit challenging to get through a check. That's also why I always recommend you're going to want to save in multiple save spots, because otherwise you could find yourself really trapped and struggling to find your way through the seed. So one thing to note with random prices, the average price is going to be somewhere around 20 or 30,000 for an item. That means a lot of items that are normally very, very cheap, like tents, are no longer. That tent is real expensive. Just real pricey. But we're finding, he can equip the Illumina, she can equip the Illumina. So I'm going to put the Illumina on the Umaro for the moment, just because he has such high vigor and other stats that I think it's going to be more useful on him for the moment. That's going to change later. Actually, I wanted an Atlas armlet, please. So already you can see that I've got some really great items thanks to these random chests. So I'm going to continue to do some shopping, do some looting, and find out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. I'm going to go do all of the free checks that I can. There are so many free checks in open world that you can do, and I will show you how hard. Those offerings are 143 gold. I don't even understand. So I'm just going to buy I'm going to buy more, and I'm going to show off another strat that I've particularly come to enjoy recently as well. So what I'll do is I will drop a save, I will go do a whole bunch of free checks, and I will show you how difficult that it can suddenly make your game. Suddenly, you can find yourself in a very, very challenging spot. There's a Valiant Knife. I like that. In fact, I'm going to sell a few more things to buy another Valiant Knife. So you'll see that these shops are very, very expensive, but also most of my items are selling for a lot of money too. So it sort of evens out in that, maybe you find a whole bunch of tents, but the tents are worth a whole bunch of money. So it's kind of okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal that everything is very expensive. But these Valiant Knives won't be very good until I've gained a few levels. Valiant Knives are one of the best weapons in the game. They have a special damage formula, which just straight up adds the amount of HP you have missing to the damage. So if you've taken 500 damage, that just adds 500 damage to your attack. It's real good. And that additional damage ignores defense. It also ignores the offering penalty. So it does make Valiant Knives a particularly powerful weapon. in a seed like this with random shops, I might recommend that you have a piece of paper and just sort of note down where particularly good items are, because I can promise in about 30 minutes or so, I am going to forget. So you can see this is Celis's cell. There is a reward here. I'm not going to grab it yet. Hey, KT. Welcome. So, right, I am not going to grab it yet because it's going to level my enemies up by 3 levels, and I'm not ready for that yet. I say that. I do have a Pearl Rod and an Illumina and several Valiant Knives, so I am going to be very prepared. But what is something that would be very, very sort of typical strat in, party level averaging or party highest level averaging, get those checks done early. In Progress Times 3, you really need to think about it. KT, if you actually have any questions that come up during it, please feel free to ask. I'm sure other people have had that question and would like it answered. Oh my God, my teacher just showed right there real hard. So actually, what I'm going to do, I've got some decent equipment. I would normally not necessarily equip the offering on Umaro, but I'll put the Valiant Knife on him and the Illumina on her. Okay. So I've saved. I've saved in the 3 spots. I'm going to go do Celis's cell. I'm going to go do a whole bunch of free checks right now. And I'm going to then show you what sort of predicament that gets me in. I am totally not making this immediately after doing this to myself in a Kefka Grand Prix seed where I got stuck for a very long time because I was too powerful. Or because my enemies were too powerful. I wasn't too powerful. So I am still using the gated tracker just because that's what I'm used to and I sort of know where to look for things on it. All right, so free check number 1. My enemies are level 9. Free check number 2. My enemies are level 12. Yeah, merit awards are cheap, but that's not that useful. Fairly cheap thunder shields. I'll buy a few of those. That was Collegian Inn. Let us go check Gao Manor. See, it becomes very tempting. Oh, I've just got all of these free checks. Let me just go. Oh, let me grab a dried meat here. There's another free check. I will even go do Lone Wolf. Ooh, no, Figaro Castle first. And then I will loot Narsh. But again, depending on the scaling that you're using, if you're using scaling such as party level, this could be a very, very viable line of checks to do in an open world situation. I will also point out that if you have Edgar, you generally want him in the front, because while it gives you this super obnoxious line of text, those are half price. So, could be very, very useful to you. 3, Edgar was at his own check. Excuse me, go out there. All right, so I've done a series of fairly reasonable checks. You know, these are all things that one would do pretty early in the game if you had them all available to you. You know, generally, one of the big sort of truisms of a lot of like RPG randomizers is do your free checks, do your Sphere 0 checks. Those are things that are available to you without any real investment in terms of battles. I forgot to equip Edgar. He's got some stuff. She's got some stuff. You're going to keep the Valiant Knife on, though. So, that sort of truism, in this case, in a Progress times 3, can come back to bite you. I'm going to check this monster in a box. It's a Telstar. Telstars, not that scary of an enemy. I broke a Thunder Shield on it. It didn't die. Now, I will say, gained 0 levels. So I just invested a decent amount of resources into a battle, didn't gain anything from it. But you should be noticing that breaking that Thunder Shield over what is effectively a basic enemy's head didn't kill them. Should be a little concerning. So yeah, at this point I'd probably be coming into Narsh and going, okay, let me look into doing something like, oh, I don't know, looting all of this, checking the shops here, doing Welk, and then finishing up Lone Wolf and going, maybe checking the Kefket Narsh fight. Sort of a reasonable, efficient line for me to take, but it might provide some issues. Let's see. It might be fine. Might be fine. Not sure. We'll see. Nothing here that I particularly want. Oof. I mean, I want a Warp Stone, but ooh, they're expensive. Ooh, I like those dragon boots. Like, what can I sell? Because that means now on Edgar, I can have a Dragon Horde and Dragon Boots. And equip him with a Valiant Knife as well. So Valiant Knife does not get affected by jump, but it gives me the ability to... Magus Rod's very, very cheap. Gives me the option to... Actually, no. No, I just realized I'm just wrong here. No, put on the offering. Put on a black belt. That'll do. So at this point, I'm thinking I want to... Oh, I also haven't checked my Espers. Let's see what I have. Unicorn. Remedy Haste X Zone. Meteor Ice Rasp. Ice Demi. Whew, these are all crappy. So let's see what this Welk fight is. Could be anything. Ultros. Ultros 1 even. Feels fairly reasonable. I go and immediately break another Thunder Shield over his head. He's not dead yet. Oh, well, that's not good. Let's see what else I can do. Maybe use a Super Ball here. So, as you can see, my party's dead. Umaro isn't. Umaro has a Snow Muffler. He has a basically perfect defense. He can take 1 damage at a time. So, in theory, he is actually going to win this battle for me. It's going to take some time. And it's possible he might not. Alright, so this is now again a double-edged sword. We got another Magicite. We beat the Welk fight. Lumaro's level 12. My enemies are level 21. This is an improvement. Kind of. Alright, so here, once again, you know what? I'm going to go... Just to show you the difference here. I'm not going to do 2 full runs showing you the difference of how quickly or not it can happen. I'm just going to heal here. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to load one of my previous saves and go do the Welk fight. So we're going to reset. And then I'm going to go back to that save, and just so that you see how much easier it is. Sometimes you can get lucky with something like that, and nope, not that one. And you can end up, finding your way through, finding a battle that you can clear with what you have. But sometimes you're going to find yourself stuck. Also, I don't want to go do all those checks again. I'm just kind of being picky about it. But I just want you to compare that first Ultros fight to this Ultros fight. This Ultros fight where my enemy is level 6 instead of 15 or 3 and 4 instead of like 21 or... Oh, did I not have the... That's fine. I'll use a Pearl Rod. Pearl Rod's very, very powerful. See? That time, it didn't kill Terra. Both of my characters survived. I gained less XP off of it. But now 2 of my characters are level 9 instead of one of them being level 12. Hopefully that shows the difference and shows why you want to be very, very careful in how you're leveling up your enemies with free checks, particularly in a progress-based seed. Did that make sense? I hope so. So now I'm going to go continue what I was doing, although I am going to give you the one with life, because life, it's an important spell, particularly in a random shops with random prices seed. You don't know how much Phoenix Downs cost, or tents, or sleeping bags. So healing items can become quite the premium. Kappa. I'm also going to drop a save here and see what the Lone Wolf reward is. If it's something useful, I'll keep it. If not, I might reset out of it if it's just going to make my fights harder unnecessarily. Because even a level 12 Umaro won't be able to carry every battle. I won't get that Kodachi. You're right, Lone Wolf. I won't get that Kodachi. Another Magicite. It's a Shiva. Magic power +1. Well, we're going to put that on Terra immediately. And hope that Terra gains some levels here. So I need Umaro to be my main source of damage here. He's the only one who survived. But I also want Terra to gain levels, so that's why she's in the party too. Again, a picture of the map here to show you how to move through this fight without taking any battles is available in the wiki on the beginner's guide. Didn't mean to take that battle. Didn't mean to face Doom here. That's unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. So here's where I'm just gonna throw what I got and pray. That Super Ball did a lot of work. You'll notice that Doom is not dead yet. He's taken over 4k damage. Her regular attacks are not doing that much. I think I'm getting a little lucky with the scaled element flag here. Huh. Although if Umaro would like to wake up anytime now, that Absolute Zero is not going to do very well for me. Once again, we find ourselves in a similar situation where we hope Umaro will carry us. See, if you're racing a seed in particular, you don't want to... I swear, if he gets frozen again, I'm going to be so sad. You don't want to find yourself in this situation. You don't want to find yourself hoping that Umaro can do it. If you're playing casually or doing a, challenge seed, this can be a totally reasonable situation to find yourself in. I think Umaro's going to do it. So, here's the thing, KT. There isn't a definitive answer. It's going to depend on the seed. And I know that's like the least helpful answer. But what I wanted to show here, and what I showed a little bit with my example, was that you can find yourself, here I've got a level 12 Umaro and level 3 Terras and Edgar, and that's taking up a lot of my time, just trying to get a fight that I can win, that will give me experience on my characters, etc. In Progress times 3, I would say I would be more inclined to do those fixed encounter checks if I know those encounter checks do not contain bosses. If there is a possibility of there being bosses in those spaces, I'm still going to avoid them. I'm going to take some random battles outside of Narsh, outside of another town with a relatively free heal, before I take myself to, say, the Burning House or Elite River. So again, that really depends on the seed that you're in, the particular flags, and also, sometimes this seed has actually been fairly nice to me. I've gotten a lot of good equipment, a lot of good stuff early, because of the random treasure flags, which have made it possible for me to push through, even though my enemies are a really high level. Having the snow muffler plus a shield on Umaro has basically made him invincible. So this particular seed, actually, really specifically this seed, Umaro has enabled quite a bit that wouldn't be possible otherwise. Thank you for putting Umaro back in the front, where you've just doubled his damage. Ooh. Not sure I can tank that 1 damage here, Umaro. I will also note it's often considered a bad idea to put an offering on Umaro. Technically, an offering makes you attack 4 times, but it halves your attack damage. All of Umaro's abilities, except for Storm, are considered fight commands. So it will get the the body slam will get the penalty, but it won't hit 4 times. One of the reasons I have an offering on him here is because he has the Valiant Knife, which aspects of the Valiant Knife's damage are not impacted by the offering. You could do the same thing with fixed dice. But for this particular situation I'm in, I think the offering on Umaro, because I don't have a Rage Ring or a Blizzard Orb, he's going to do his basic attack about half the time. And the increased damage on that is going to be worth losing the damage otherwise. I do not have anything. You know what? Umaro's just going in. Can he beat 128? If he takes out one of the arms before he gets Delta hit. I don't actually know if he can pull this one off. We'll have to see. So you're seeing the Valiant Knife here really coming in because of those Shim-Shams are cutting his HP in half. Storm should heal him because of the Snow Muffler. Ha! But you can see the Valiant Knife really doing a lot of bonus damage here because he's Oh, if you net and then he's just stopped. Gross. This is sort of reminds me of Moogle's First Seed Part 2, where I find an Inferno in this spot. The good news here is that I am not locked into doing Kefket Narsh. Really, I'm just doing it here in this open world situation so that I can roll it all into one. I can roll in Welk, Lone Wolf, and Kefket Narsh at one go. All right, now that the blade is back, we are at risk of Delta hit again, and that is what I would be most concerned about here. Or another net? Really? Really? You might be right. I might be getting my palette swaps confused. Well, when Umaro gets a turn again, his Valiant Knife's going to do quite a bit of damage. Quite a bit of damage. Oh my goodness. Umaro might actually die here. If he... Well, no, he's just going to take an Ice 3 and heal to full. Well, not even to full. Yeah, Umaro here has a lot of HP. We just need to not get net every turn, and, you know, we'll have an opportunity here. If they do enough of the Shim-Shams... Right, and there's also that seizure damage. That seizure damage might actually cause us a problem if number 128 would, you know, stop doing ice attacks that Umaro absorbs. In a lot of ways, this seed has worked out very, very nicely. So yes, in these particular flags, with these particular equipment, that Valiant Knife is doing a lot of work. Okay, I guess. So that's another Esper. Whew, okay. So at this point, I am really, really looking to get some levels here on Edgar and Terra. And truth be told, I am not 100% sure the best way to go about doing that. I think it might be go to Narsh. But right now, 3 and 6 is 9. My enemies are level 27. Umaro is still only 22. So even though I have dumped a whole mess of XP onto Umaro, he is still not keeping up with my enemies. And my other two characters are level 3. Level 3. This is a problem. This is a serious issue. Alright, so I'm gonna go right here. Oh. Whoops. Those are these enemies that heal themselves with Bolt. Number 4 is, I think, illustrating what I want it to. And that is be careful when you are doing free checks in a Progress times 3 seed. At some point, these guys are going to run out of MP, right? Although Bolt Edge doesn't take MP. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. So again, you can find yourself right here in this situation where I am just trying to defeat a couple of enemies to get... Oh my god, Edgar. Edgar. Oh, sweetheart. No. Umaro, I need you to just attack, my dude. Just attack with your Valiant Knife, please. I'm also doing random shops and random chests because I feel like it, with random prices, to show how dear and precious things like Phoenix Downs can suddenly become. Oh my god. You know what? We're just going to run away from this battle. I'm not going to win it. It's taken too long. Not worth it. Do I get into the beginner's house? Yes, I do. So if I need to take a few battles, right here in Narsh is where I always check first. Oh. Oh, Edgar. Oh, Edgar, you just died. So, here's the other half of Progress times 3. My enemies are level 27. They're giving a lot of XP. Like, just a lot. Peepers are a bad example. But these guys, a very early game, enemy. I believe they're on Mount Colts. 2000 XP. Everyone's gaining levels. Everyone's gaining levels. And right there is a healing bucket. Oh, peepers. Whatever. But I'm going to go out here and save because now oftentimes the most important level to get off of is level 3 because you have less than 100 HP. You're not doing a bunch. You know, you're not having a good time. All of these espers are awful. But, you know, one of the reasons why I choose this spot is because there's that free heal right there. Oh, bother. Hold on. Now I've got to go to Twitch and do it this way. And ban a person in my chat. Even though I don't like to do it that way, you know. No, here, you know what? Hey, radio guy, you're around a bunch. You're a mod. Help me out with that. I'll take Phoenix. Well, you know, don't let the power go to your head. Also, arguably, I should have come and checked the Curse Shield battles first and how long they were going to be. It happens. Curse Shield 39. Yeah, nah, not interested in doing those. Oh, okay. That's fine. And by fine, I mean not fine. No, but I can. I have a few soundboard things. Oh. Oh. Really? Really? Oh, I'm sad now. Seven? I'm not actually sure. Okay. I've gained a few levels. I know I can come back here and gain more levels if I need to. I'm going to do some shopping. Ugh, none of those look interesting. That Illumina does, though. Yeah, random prices are, in very many ways, very, very silly. I suppose 6 Illumina is going to be silly enough, right? Offerings were for sale and very cheap. Like 1,000 GP apiece. Very, very cheap. So one particular strategy that I have found that has been very, very interesting has been Colosseum strats. So I'll actually go here and actually bet one of the things that I bought that was very cheap was an offering, which gets me an Imperial. But like I said, sometimes it can be worth it to come in and bid some random things, things that you have a whole bunch of, and see what you find. It's very true. That Imperial might sell for big money. And so might this Cure Ring. But generally, I would be looking for Minervas, Illuminas, which I've already got a whole bunch of, and I am like absolutely not going to bid. Snow mufflers, behemoth suits, any of the sort of top tier gear. I don't really need that smoke bomb. Ooh, that's a Brontosaur. That doesn't look good. This is what you call bad. I mean, Umaro could clutch it out here, but I think another meteor cast and I'm dead. I don't even know what whale does. So I'll do one more, just bidding something random. I don't need 2 economizers. Blah. I found 2 economizers in chests already, so don't cry for me. Slightly better. So that is also something in a more regular seed. I would go there and bid, potions and tonics and echo screens, all those things that you can get super early and super cheap. And you can get a whole bunch of. I lost myself. Where am I? There I am. Yep. Don't think I've ever seen whale and compress either. Mech elixirs aren't that expensive either. It's worth noting that in random shop seeds, you can find things like Phoenix Downs just for sale in the weapon shop. Flame shields are expensive. Genji shields aren't, but I don't really need a Genji shield. I'll take the free gold. No, that's not the one I want. Okay, I guess I'll get a free Genji shield. That's fine. So Albrook's a good town because you get all of the... Oh, well, hey, there's a gem box to go with the economizers. And a Genji glove. Let's buy another Genji glove, please. That cure ring was a lot of money. So double Illuminas seem good. We're going to leave the Thunder Shield on you because, yeah. The Thunder Shield gives him more elemental immunities that I think is more useful than having double weapons right now. So at this point, I still need to be a little careful. Umaro cannot learn Bolt 2. Just as a note. Oh, hey, it's Shadow. I need a character. So one of the things I'm actually going to do here, I'm going to go a little bit out of order, and I'm going to open these monsters in a box and hope that I got better than that. Although... Oh, that's right. You don't want to use an offering with the Illuminas. No Pearl procs for you. No MP crits for you. Really what I'm trying to do is gain a couple of levels here, particularly for Edgar and Terra. Interestingly, when you proc Pearl with the Illumina, it does a critical Pearl spell and not a critical attack. So you can see those attacks with those Illuminas were really, really underwhelming. I'll unequip the Genji glove and show you the comparison in the next Monster in a Box. I'm just going to move this Illumina down a little so I don't accidentally throw it or something silly like that. No XP. So with this, I'm actually just going to go into the Valiant Knives for Edgar for the moment, because his health's a little low. Hey, look, it's fixed dice. Those are good. So just note that Edgar was doing about 100 damage with dual-wielded Illuminas. With the Offering, now he's doing double the damage with those Valiant Knives. Offering is not necessarily a simple throw it on your character with the strongest weapon thing. It has a little bit more nuance to it than that. That Blizzard Orb could have some use here. And I know that sleeping bag sells for a mint. I think, Radio Guy, you are likely correct. But sometimes it's worth it to show the demonstration and not just say it. Oh, you've got Morph. Morph's real good. So, still, I am not keeping up with my enemy levels right now. I think I'm sort of going to be rescued, quote-unquote, by the fact that I need to do a certain number of... I need to do 4 dragons, and those are going to give me some extreme levels in XP. Still haven't found a Phoenix down. Just everyone can equip the Illumina. This is a play. This is Miranda. Not a lot of Miranda's not on my typical checklist of places to check. Partially because I don't remember where all of its chests are. I think it has 2. Thank you for another Illumina.
Thanks, game.
So I'm going to buy another Snow Muffler, even though I don't have someone who can equip it right now, because Snow Mufflers are just that good. But it does have some shops that are often overlooked, and in a previous seed that I ran had Paladin shields that I never found. And I was very sad about it. So I am going to buy another cat hood. I'm going to sell things to buy an even another cat hood because they are very, very good. I'm going to sell the sleeping bag. cat hoods are without reservation the best helmet in the game. All right, I am going to go save, and then I'm going to try Ozer's Mansion. A few battles here might be just what the doctor ordered. Oh, hi. That's the retainer. That's definitely a thing. Hey, the Talos, thank you for the follow. I got a little confused because I also have that sound. Oops, not that one. On my soundboard, and I didn't hit the button, and I was real confused there for a second. Oh, Blowfish sucks. Oh, that's super unfortunate. Well then. So, in seeds like this, where you have Tyos? Tyos. Hey, look at that. I can read. Regardless, thank you for the follow. Do appreciate that. Stick around for more Worlds Collide content. Where's the inn? Where's the inn? I never go to inns. In a random shops with random prices seed, inns might become a very valuable source of healing. As they are right now. So now that we're all healed up, let's go back in. How are my levels? Evening out a little bit. Yeah. You know, it's a whole thing. Thing I learned. There's a treasure chest back there. Didn't know that for the longest time. I mean, if you think about it, you know, a bed to sleep in should be a lot cheaper than this magical concoction that heals you. I should have equipped an Esper on Shadow. Hey, look, I'm going to remember and do that now. That's not really what I'm hoping for you, but sure. Because you've got that. Actually, let me put Zone Seek on you and Shiva on you. You've got Palador. Oh, I'm going to have to look at that. Things that I don't often... I will check that out later. Well, thank you. Let's not save in such a way that I could get soft locked here, but I won't. Oh. Hi, piranhas. We're just gonna... Oh, is this a Rise of the Dark Sorcerer seed? I have seen them before. I don't remember if I've played it. I know I've played Beyond Chaos, and I wasn't a huge fan. I don't remember if I've done Rise of the Dark Sorcerer or not. But I'll check it out. I do have a bunch of time off this week. I'm only working 2 days instead of 4, so I've got some extra time on my hands. I also know at some point Vamp has a Chrono Trigger Jets of Time seed that he wants me to play through. I've never played I've played like 20 minutes of Jets of Time. I don't think that counts as playing Jets of Time. All right. It's time for you to go away, Rizzo Pass. So another thing to note about the progress ×3 flag, the higher the progress number flag, so progress ×3 versus progress ×2 versus progress ×1, the harder your beginning game is going to be and the easier your late game is going to be. And that's because enemies give you more XP as they gain levels. So the way that works is we've figured out for every enemy in the game how much XP per level they give based on their vanilla level and XP values. So it scales with the enemy's level. So right now, my enemies are a very high level. No, not that one. That one. But I'm getting a lot of XP for it. And eventually you're going to end up overpowered. You're going to be over-leveled compared to progress ×2. Yeah, it's been a lot recently. You know, I've got so many espers. You give me Merton and a cure spell. I'll take it. I don't really need more espers. I need more characters. I also need some dragons. I do have a... Do I still have a single warp stone? I have a single warp stone. Excuse me. We're going to go to Mount Zozo and do that dragon check. Yeah, they didn't offer me... For Thanksgiving, I was offered a huge bonus to work over Thanksgiving, so I did, because it would have been financially dumb to not. They didn't offer that to me over Christmas. Otherwise, I would have absolutely worked. At this point in the seed, one could make a really, really strong argument for not opening more chests. But I'm going to keep doing it anyway, just because it's fun. Who needs more, who needs more Illumina? What do you want to bet that Star Pendant sells for more than the Illumina would? That's right, Radio Guy. You are also a fellow night shift worker, but that's because you're in radio, right? It's like your name gives it away a little. I used to have a job where I could, like, watch Twitch most of the time. Oh, well, there goes Edgar. He's my one with life, too. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. I work third, so I'm just nocturnal all the time. I'm in U.S. Eastern Time Zone, but I'm effectively on Hanoi time. I'm just 12 hours off. White Dragon. White Dragon, why aren't you dead yet? Thank you. Hey, I love third shift. I deal with less stupid. Sort of just by pure virtue of I deal with less people in general. Also, most of the suits at work aren't working. It feels really weird for me to call people suits. That feels odd. I was an academic for years and a teacher for years. So, like, calling people the suits feels weird because now I'm in, like, manufacturing. Oh, the twists and turns of life. So that was the Storm Dragon. I don't need another economizer. See, I've got a pretty good group of people who are with me when I'm at work. No, I want to World of Balance, please. Like, our third shift team is pretty solid. Like, I don't have very many complaints, except for the fact that we don't have enough people. But none of the shifts right now have enough people. So right now I'm looking for characters, so I'm looking for checks that I can peek ahead of time. So like Esper Mountain here, I can see if it's a character. It's not a character. I'm not interested. Oh, wow. Hey, let's take off. Nope. I want another character first, and then I'll do this. I want a free character swap screen. So let's try leader. Not a character, but quick battle. We'll get through it. I do still need one more Esper. Hi, Ultros. You are, like, the least threatening thing in the world right now. Right? I get so emotionally invested in things, I think I wouldn't be able to, like, go report on some tragic event and not have it just ruin me. So yeah, I'm trying to focus on what are relatively short checks right now. Yeah, no. One of the things I absolutely cherish about my job is that I don't have to talk politics. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm a bit of a political junkie. Like, I have a lot of very strong opinions. I'm sure that's absolutely shocking to y'all. I have strong opinions about things. But at work, I have literally said to multiple people who have tried to start political conversations, I don't talk politics at work. I want to like you and still be able to work with you. And I have no idea what their stance is. Because frankly, it doesn't matter. I don't want to deal with it. Not at work. Ultros is all over this seed. Just everywhere. Will Dispel remove blind? Let's find out. I don't know. Let's learn together. Aw, I think it should. I think Chupon's about to get sneezy. So another thing that you need to be very aware of in the flags is how high the scaling goes. If you go to the race preset flag, I believe it caps out at like enemy level 40. So there's very little punishment for dead checks. But here, in this particular flag set, it caps out at 99. So checks that give me extra espers that I don't need, kind of a problem. I think you're correct, Radio Guy, but I wasn't sure, and we had an opportunity to test it, so I did. I mean, I also want to show, I might be making these tutorial seeds. I might have written the beginner's guide. I don't know everything about this game. I don't know. So that's why I'll just try it. Hi, Ghost Train. Kind of wish you weren't behind me. And what are you doing in a tunnel? It's a little distressing. Ow. Ow. So you can see my enemies are now, 15 times 3? My enemies are level 45. I'm not. But at the same time, even though I am far lower level, this is showing how much gear matters in comparison to level. Gear matters more than level. Level matters more than stats. But gear is super important. Hey, look, it's a character. Hey, you're a Strago with your base lore. You're fine. What did you misclick? I need to go do more dragons. More checks with dragons. So let's do Edgar's checks. While we're here, might as well check these shops. South Figaro World of Ruin shops, if you have Edgar in the front, will give you half price. Not World of Balance. Oh, yeah. Illuminas are just awesome overall. I just wish Illumina and Ragnarok had their procs swapped. That is the first time I've seen Phoenix Downs. They're half price. I'm buying them. Half-priced Phoenix Downs. Welcome to random prices. That's about average. Super Balls are cheaper. Random prices are silly. You're assuming I ever know how to write. You fine. Ugh, why did I do that? That seemed silly. 2 more characters. Got a shot at 1 here. I suppose I could leave if it's not a character. I don't need this dragon. It's not a character. The Ancient Castle isn't going to be a character. So I leave. Doing something like the Floating Continent might be just because there's a density of character checks there. You know what? Floating Continent's as reasonable as any. One could actually make a pretty solid argument for bringing in Strago over Umaro. But Umaro's been real good this seed, so we're going to keep him. It feels like a betrayal to abandon him now. Don't these things sneeze? They do sneeze. I mean, You're right, but it'd be funny because we're on an air. Look, I am sorry about Funbaba 3. That was a mistake. It was mostly a, what are the so Funbaba 3 is usually disallowed from the boss shuffle because Baba Breath will take 2 characters in your party and yeet them back to the airship. They are out of your party. You must go back to the airship to find them again. They just gone. What's her magic power at? 76? That seems good. Yeah, take that, and you can have the Zone Seek. Cool. So, both times, Funbaba 3 has been in the pool, available to be, like, randomized. He's been a statue boss in Kefka's Tower. Both times. Just, what are the chances? Apparently high enough is the answer, and I feel bad about it. Hi, Atma Weapon. You kind of deserve this music, but in many ways you kind of don't. No boss scares me anymore. So we're going to be a little cheeky here. We're going to cast Quick. Quick's going to give Edgar 2 turns in a row. Now, 2 things you should know about Goddess. Goddess has the lowest HP of any statue boss. Also, she has Love Token, which if you hit fight, she will counter with and mean that you can't fight again. Offering avoids this. She also absorbs Pearl, so I'm trying to avoid using it. I also don't have memory cursor on. That's what's confusing me so badly right now. Hey, look at that Excalibur that I don't care about. Memory cursor is amazing. It's one of the best. Just like quality of life things that I have found in this game. Is this really gonna be like an Ofer? So that's the difference between open world and gated. Gated, you only have a certain number of checks before you're gonna find your character because they open up more checks. And that's just how the logic works. You have no such guarantee in open world. They're just gonna be wherever they gonna be. Memory cursor is 100% something I suggest. It just remembers your cursor from turn to turn. So if you had it on magic and what spell you had it on, it will be there on your next turn. It gets a little wonky between battles if you learn spells. I don't know why, but it does. That Kefka just did a lot of damage, but it's getting returned to him eightfold. Oh, all of my enemies continue to get stronger. No, no, please stop. Alright, so I know there aren't characters there. I know there's not a character there. One hopes. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start doing, like, longer, more obnoxious checks. If it's actually Sabin, I will mail you a calendar. Like, not even kidding. I just went the wrong way. Oh no. Oh no, this is the worst thing to see here. Ugh. I'm a man of my word. The only time I've gone to Europe, I got to go to Scotland for a conference. I was in Glasgow. I basically spent the entire time inside of a conference center. On the very last day I was there, I had some time and we took a bus tour. The friend I was there with and we took a bus tour and got to see Loch Lomond and Castle Stirling and a couple other things. But we were volunteers who were helping to run the conference. So, like, we were just like, we don't want to think about it. Like, just put us on a bus. Put us on a bus, tell us where to go, tell us when to get on, when to get off. That's all we wanted. Oh my good lord. This battle is the worst. Please die. It was in May, so it was actually quite beautiful weather. Please don't be piranhas. Again. You technically gave me what I asked for. Edgar's gonna do some redonkulous damage here. I think Edgar's going to die. Never mind. Or not. That was a lot of damage for Edgar. For Poltergeist not to be dead. Thank you, Shadow. Oh. No. Not even an Esper I want. Where was I going? I was like so confident. I'm like, I'm going this way. Well, Moogle lets me at least look. So, to be clear, that idea was not completely random. When my husband does free enterprise seeds, he offers to mail a year's supply of calendar to anyone who guesses is exactly how many chests he opens. I will not be taking Tri-Talk away from them. My heart's not in it. So far, no one's ever gotten it. So we'll do Fanatic's Tower later. Maybe. Maybe. Daryl's Tomb, Cave of the Veld. I think those are quickie ones I could do right now. Totetsu. Doop-a-doop. Normally in Daryl's tomb, I would check this monster in a box, but typically I'm looking for the possibility of an offering. I don't want one. I don't want an offering. Cool. I was just thinking, Doomgaze, I hope I'm not all multiples of level 5. One of me is. Oh my goodness. Can you hear my cat whining behind me? So many Illuminas. So much cat whining. Nom, what is your issue, dear? Huh. Oh. He's just not that smart. So I'm booting Umaro for a minute. Because I want to go do the Veld check. I mean, my cats are one boy, one girl, but they're both fixed, so it doesn't matter. I don't think they particularly care. No worries. I'm not sure why I killed that dragon. Not sure I could have run away from it. But Gao... I didn't think Gao would appear after that. I'm... okay. Cave in the Veld. Maybe you're a character. Bork pork. To be fair, I could just go do Fanatic's Tower and grab that dragon along the way. I forgot to put back on the Moogle charm. Also, if I find any Atma weapons, I do want to show their power level. won't be comparable even at this level. Hey, it's Murder Child. Taken out of context, the fact that I just exclaimed, hey, it's Murder Child, could be real creepy. No, overflow can cause problems. Right? She's the best. She's great. And please keep evading. Overflows, and attacking my own characters would be bad. Cave in the Belt, 7th character, Realm. Sorry, Realm, your sword tech is just not exciting. Nope. Okay, gotta walk out the long way. Wait, no, I might have learned warp. Ha! Yay! So with that, ready to go to Kefka's Tower. Nope. Aw. I try to go for the flyby swag. It didn't work. I'm a little sad about it. So, Edgar and... Oh, crap. I haven't done enough dragons yet. I need to do one more dragon outside of Kefka's Tower. Right, because all I've done is Storm Dragon. Let me out. Let me out. I'm an old man who doesn't want to be here. Let me out. Let me out. Whoops. Opera House Dragon. So yeah, that's a thing. Even more levels. Even more levels. Even more kitty hoods. So even at level 51, I don't think the Atma weapon would be out-damaging the Illumina. Still failed this. Oh, come on. That one was just petty. Now, another thing that if you're trying to race and get good times, one thing that's going to slow you down a whole heck of a lot is time in menus. So that is something that I try to reduce the amount of times in menus as I can. So here I'm just going to try to do one set of menus. Or actually, you can have a Gembox economizer. Your equipment is great. Your equipment is also great. Moogle Charm. Sure. I will let you keep Ramu in the hopes that you learn that. So you've got the Moogle Charm, so you don't need it. You can have also an economizer. You actually don't really need that. Earrings. Sure. Terra with Unicorn. Actually, do I have... I don't have a ribbon. Okay, never mind. What was I doing? Esper, you can have Odin. And you can just have random things that might do. Yeah, you. That's fine. And while I'm here, what lures? Blowfish Revenge, Force Field, Exploder. Cool. Not that useful. I always start with Party 2, and then go to Party 3 because they have to open the way for Party 1. See, I'm not sure if it would still be good with an offering at this level because that damage divided by multiplier of your level divided by 64 is so punishing. It's just so punishing. Someone, I think it was Von Marlin, might have thrown together a spreadsheet that helped calculate it, and it's like super variable based on a whole bunch of stuff. So, oh, hey, you've got natural magic. That's cool. Realm's officially party member 5. Strago. It was really nice knowing you, man. Realm's also got an Illumina on. Dragon, please die. Thank you. God, Realm might make the party over Shadow. Just for that Cure 3. Oh, no. I was wanting to probably Palador. Actually, I think Siren might be more valuable. So I'm trying to set up my party for the final Kefka battle so I don't have to do as much menuing later. That tent might be worth its weight in gold. That tent. That single healing item I have before final Kefka. Oh, that's 7k damage. Keep rasping. Because I'm pretty sure these Valiant Knives are going to do... Yeah. Valiant Knives ignored defense. They kind of trivialize Tritalk. So does Body Slam. Please do more damage to Edgar. There is a chance that I could do something very silly. So what I might do is do a save state just before the final Kefka fight and see if I can pull it off. Do more damage to Edgar, please. That's just casual 24,000 plus damage. Gross. And there's my 4 dragons. Hey, look, I didn't forget them. I thought about forgetting them. I thought real hard about forgetting them. Hey, double force armor. Not bad. Not what I'm going to use, but not bad. So, I always end up sending this party as my weakest party, and just hoping that they don't face a bad boss. That has 100% bitten me in the butt before. 100%. Brooding Shadow Sprite. Ooh, excuse me. So yes, this seed was really much more about the beginning of it than the end. Again, to show that progress times 3 makes your beginning game very hard, but your end game a lot easier. At least in my experience. That was a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Edgar died from the tick, but that's fine. I just sort of get to sit here now. Let's see if I have any important emails. No. Also no. Well, that was awful. So 2 ways we solve this. 1, we appreciate the fact that the enemies are still 10 levels above me. Oh, I saved after. Look at me, I'm so clever. We're going to heal before we go in so that Edgar isn't at low health. So that hopefully he gets more than one turn. It's the little things in life. Oh, that could be not a thing at all. Never mind. Hey, radio guy, on the Kefka Grand Prix scorecard, you're the vault, right? I was starting to do a little bit of like data analysis on it. Let's see. It looks like you were less than 1 standard deviation away from average. In case you're curious about stuff like that. The average points being 128. standard deviation of 70. So, like, quite comfortably in the middle of that bell curve. Yeah, it'll be interesting. So I'm starting to do a little bit of data analysis stuff because I used to be a game scholar. I'm curious about it. The highest someone placed with a forfeit was 5th. Which amazed me. Yep. 230 points, only off by 7, making the top 4. I'm really going to be real here. Was not expecting to wipe to Air Force. The next highest person was actually 6th place. Future Force had forfeited on the last week as well. So I think once this one's done, we have another one planned. We're going to do it 5 weeks instead of 8, and we're going to announce all of the flag sets at the beginning, so everyone will know what each flag set for each week's going to be ahead of time. That's the current plan. Plans are subject to change at any time for any reason, with or without warning. There's something really cool about the shared experience. We're all playing on our own. We're all in our own place, playing our own game. But there's something about the fact that I know that other people did the same thing as me that's really cool. That we can then, talk about and, I wonder if it's akin to watching a football game. Everyone who watches the Super Bowl, they're doing it often in their own time, in their own space, but it becomes this shared experience that they can relive. Isn't the right word, but collaborate isn't the word I'm looking for either. Connect with other people on. Debrief, yeah. Sorry, my sociologist is showing again. So I've actually got a couple of my current game scholars looking at the data that we have, and might do a little write-up or something about the KGP. Actually might be interested in talking with some of the racers, doing a little interview. If you're interested, let me know. I can put you in touch with them, although we have not determined the interview protocol yet, so don't worry about it. I'm doing a little bit of thinking about about a league system where we do 8 or 10 weeks of league play, sort of like the Kefka Grand Prix that we just did, and then using that to seed a tournament Um, sort of the way, playoffs get seeded or something. So, you've got this like longer term thing that's then culminates in a big event. Or even doing like 2 tournaments, one for the upper bracket, one for the lower bracket, or people who are above the standard standard deviations ahead versus people who are standard deviations behind. That way people are competing with people on their level, so to speak. And like, yeah, there could be a seeded bracket. There could be 2. So like you do the lower bracket one first, and the winner of the lower bracket makes it into the upper bracket one so that they can then compete there. But also, if you just do a regular seeded bracket, you're going to have someone like, Boo or Zelfer playing against, someone who scored like 13 or 19 points. Like, that's not... I don't think that's a fun experience for the lower ranked person. So I'm less interested in a tournament that can determine who is the best at this game, and more interested in an event that can help us help everyone have fun and participate. So like those are different events. If you just want to find the best player overall, you figure out the math and you run enough rounds of Swiss. Yeah. So, like, I don't want there to not be events where we're, like, looking for the best, but I also don't want that to be the only event that we do. So, like, that's one of the reasons why we went from our original tournament format, which was the Battle Royale, where the bottom 2 people were eliminated every week, to the KGP format, because it was really just not fun for the people who got eliminated early. The event was over, and then they just sort of went on with their life, and they weren't invested anymore. Holy crap, I have exactly 3 10s. Yeah, so, like, I want us to have different events where we're doing different things, and, like, showcasing different skills. One of the things I also want to look at from the KGP data is the question of, was there evidence of learning? Like, I want to see, did the times overall get tighter as the event went on? Like, I'm less interested in looking at the top standings because people like Boo and Zelfer and Jack and Drew and Future and Zenobian and Ike and me, like, have all played a lot. But, like, what about the people who are at the bottom who were relatively new players? Like, did their times get closer to the average as they went on? Because that could be evidence of learning, a learning effect happening. Edgar. Realm Umaro Shadows my second string? Oh no, I want you to X zone. Yeah, and it'd be really interesting to... Oh, crap. That was not nearly as bad as that could have been. That was awful. So yeah, I think there are a bunch of interesting questions we can try to answer. Oh, you have mute. Perfect. I'm just not sure what all those questions that we want to answer are yet. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and the other thing I like about randomizers is that it can have the what I call the only given Sunday effect. You know, someone can just have a bad day. And I think the original Kafka Grand Prix really shows that, where it was the week of 7 where we eliminated down to 5. Both Drew and Jack had a just an awful seed and got eliminated when everyone thought they were odds on to win. So even though I've left academia, I still ask these questions and, try to find out what I can. Why is Life 3 just not sticking on Shadow? I'm super confused. Oh, gross. Oh, they are. It's just not looking like it's sticking. Cool. You're Life 3'd. This is not actually, strictly speaking, the best position to be going into Final Kefka with. I guess Realm's gonna open up with a Cure 3. I'm gonna wait for him to fall in one. Oh, am I out of... I don't have any more. Okay. Okay. secretly Umaro is doing just ridiculous damage. There we go. All right. Thank you for the GG. Thank you guys for sticking around. I do appreciate it. I think this was fun. Hopefully I will be able to get this highlighted up on YouTube and then up on the wiki relatively soon. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. And see you next time. If I can find my mouse, I can end the stream.